guys, I'm here with Cecilia, the owner of Persnickety and just wanted to introduce her to you and let her share a little bit about her business. So first off, can you just tell me what gave you the idea to open this business and how long you've been here?
Absolutely. So I opened about 5 years ago, and what gave me the idea to open is this concept of being a place where families can come, parents can unwind, children can play, and people can enjoy very exceptional coffee, which surprised me. It's pretty easy to have that cup of coffee at a lot of places. And so I'm very zealous and passionate about serving exceptional coffee.
And I love that. And your coffee is amazing. And tell me a little bit about the third wave movement, because I know that's a big part of it.
Absolutely. So many of you are familiar with like Folgers, Dino style coffee. That was in America what we would call first wave coffee. Second wave coffee is when the Starbucks and the espresso bar sort of took off and made its way across the country. Third wave is when customers and coffee drinkers began to start thinking about what's in my cup? Where did it come from? Was there multiple farms that were used in creating this bean? Is it sustainable farming? And really very curious about the espresso process and to bring that. Then in coffee shops, coffee harvesters and coffee roasters began taking the personal investment and making sure that they knew that story and that they were serving maybe some organic coffee. They had relationships with farmers. And so when you're drinking your cup, you know a little bit about the farm, you know a little bit about the flavor notes, and the barista that's at the counter is able to sort of explain a little bit more of that coffee to you in terms of the profile of it, the origin of it, and give you a little bit of sense of how the espresso might be pulling that day, the effects of humidity on your bean, and just really have an elevated coffee drinking experience. So just a much more invested and knowledgeable type of coffee drinking experience.
Yeah. No, I think that's incredible. And I love that you've brought that to this area for us. And tell me a little bit about the background of the name of your business, Persnickety.
Right. So, you know, and I'm glad that you asked that question right on the tail end of the third wave coffee, because that really is what it's about. It's inviting the customers to be persnickety about their coffee and to ask those hard-hitting questions about, like, what are you doing? What are you doing with that Chemex pour over in my coffee brain? Can you tell me what it is? What's the process? What is your ratio of water to espresso in your particular recipe? It's sort of asking people to be free with that level of persnickety and that precision and their zealousness about their coffee. So that's part of the persnickety. The other thing is because it's family friendly, and I know moms and dads are going to be coming in here with their kids, it's a way to do what I call soft education. And so it invites parents to have those little conversations as they're going about in their life with their child. And what is persnickety? Let's talk about this vocabulary. So just open the door for that. And the Creighton kind of dovetails with that as well, because children love animals. And so this idea of it being a place where children feel like there's something in there for me. Is there something inviting? Oh, let me go and see. And the whole cafe, as you may pan around, you'll see it's a little bit designed to feel like a crane habitat. We've got the blue countertops, this sort of marble looking, feel like water. And then you have greenery all around us. You've got the tan sort of mimicking that in grassland area. So that is part of the element of the Persnickety crane. The other thing is, I think it's a little bit of a marketing fund. People, and just like, what's Persnickety? It's something that it grabs your attention and draws you in. And then lastly, of course, I'm a little Persnickety. And it's a way to sort of personify what it is that this business is intended to be creatively.
Yeah.
In that I'm thinking about every detail.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the style of the faucet of the mountain. Does it make you feel like you're in a fancy place? What's the volume of the music? What is the temperature? What is the noise volume of, the volume of people that are in the cafe? What are all the different ingredients and nutrition elements, sort of textures in your acai bowl? I'm very Persnickety, and the staff will tell you that as well. I'm a little bit of a demanding boss. Unapologetic.
In a good way.
In a good way, because it stretches all of us to really bring our best self and offer that to the community and to parents that work so hard and they need to come to a place where they feel like they're being treated really special, and that it is a boutique style, a sophisticated environment where someone's tending to them for a little bit.
Well, and I love that. And talking about attending to parents for a little bit, one of my favorite things about this place is that you have that kids area. And I just think that's so fun. Is there anything you want to share about that area?
Well, the children's area, if the coffee is the heart of this side of the cafe, the children's area is definitely the heart of the cafe right large. We have mom squads that will come in at 10 o'clock and call with their friends, and just the kids may be able to play for several hours. Dads may be coming in doing some telework. People who are in college classes, their children are playing. It's also like been a place where parents can just come and have an experience with their child. Logistic mountain to climb ahead of time. You don't have to go get a craft kit. You don't have to hire a sitter. So it's a way where you can come and have this time of connection with your child, do a puppet show, do content, sort of kitchen cooking or grocery shopping. It's in this big area. It's a spot that is different than a lot of other places where you can go to a park with your child, but you're going to be chasing them around. So you can go to a restaurant with your child, but you're going to feel like they're being too loud or they're going to have to stay sedentary. This is a place that's just as inviting to the children as it is for the parents. And what's really fun is seeing, a 2-year-old grab one of our strollers, throw the baby doll in there, and they're rolling them around the cafe. And other people who come here, regulars, frequent flyers as we call them here, they know that's the norm.
That's awesome.
And that it's fine.
Yeah.
It's something that is completely cool. And if I have a child, that's trying to escape out the door, somebody's at the door, and so parents are comfortable. We're not watching their kids, but there's just this community feel of this is natural and organic in how a community is, and that everyone is welcome. We've got grandmas, we've got 1-year-olds that are hanging out by the fish tank. There's just really something for everyone. We've got the games for the teenagers to maybe enjoy. It's the kind of place where I think, yes, we have the play area, but families come from 90 plus years old to 21. That's all family. And the idea is that this is a place where there's something for everyone.
And I love that. I think you've done an amazing job just making this incredible community gathering spot for everybody. And I know beyond just the regular coming here, you also you have events that you host. Tell me about some of your events.
Sure. So part of our vision and mission is to be a place where people can come and create a special memory with to come and have an experience, because a lot of life is work and chores and tasks that you have to do, or you're sitting in front of the TV. And I want to be a place where people feel like I can go there and do a coffee dessert pairing workshop. I can go there and learn how to make energy bikes. I can paint, something with a friend of mine. We're doing a Friendsgiving, right before Thanksgiving, which is kind of fun. You can come out and have conversation cards. We're doing ornament decorating. And then actually next week, we are doing a workshop where you can come and set your life goals, and you can do dream casting. And I'm going to share a little bit about my dreams and how I planned out, 5 years ahead. This is where I want to be 5 years from now. And that I did sitting in a campground with my little coffee mug, and I envisioned Persnickety Crane Cafe, and I wrote it all out. Where do I want to be in 5 years? And very interestingly, in 5 years is when I opened. So I'm going to share some of those sort of inspirations and those ideas with some of the patrons that, come here regularly and say, I want to jump on that workshop.
Oh, that's great.
But we do that about once every week. We have something going on. So 4 times a month, we have some activity for people to come and enjoy.
Okay, that's awesome. And all of those are on your website, right?
They are.
Okay, wonderful. And tell me just a little bit about, I know you started doing dinner. Tell me something about that.
Oh gosh, I'm really excited about this because the culinary arts is sort of my creative outlet. I absolutely adore hospitality. I love cooking. And I wanted this to be a place where parents can come and do a little bit more of a fancy date night. Just last night, we did a dinner night, for instance, and we had 4 families who had all texted one another and your plan to come out. We had, I'm going to say, 10 kids in the play area. All the lights would dim. Everyone was getting Swedish meatballs and cheesecake and fancy avocados, grilled cheese with tomato soup. And so there's about 5 main dishes on there, but it's a 4-course meal.
Yeah.
And, it's under $40 per person. So you can get in and out with a couple, for under $50 for a really nice dinner, and bring your kids and not have to
pay another babysitter.
Yeah. So it's something totally different where they're playing if you want, or you don't have to bring them. But this is going to be every Friday and Saturday night from 5 to 7. And you can do a la carte as well if you're not interested in 4 course. But the idea is that it's a little bit more of a fancy meal at a very good price at a place that's family friendly. So you can just say, hey, Friday night, the week's been really long. Let's get out and do date night. Trying to make date night easy. and making it a fun place where it's not just coffee, it's not just sandwiches and salads, but we do some fancier things like chicken béarnaise or street tacos.
I think that's such a fun idea, and I love that you've incorporated that into your business. And tell me real quick, I also know that you rent out the space for private events. Tell me about that.
That has really taken off. It's very popular. We've got baby showers, birthday parties, all sorts of things, retirement ceremonies, things that people are wanting to do. This next coming weekend, we've got like a whole dance for one of the local colleges. We're coming like 80 people. And so it really depends what people are interested in. So if people want something, 25 people or under, you can reserve it anytime that we're open, aside from like our main prime time on weekends. And then if you want to make it easy on your side, we do a couple different decoration packages, or we do brazier trays, or pictures of sweet tea, or you can reserve the whole cafe when we're closed if you have a larger event. So that's up to like 10 people.
And that's so fun because we don't have enough event venues in this area at all. So having something like this is a great option. And anything else you just want to share real quick with the community?
Well, I really hope that people will start telling their friends, that people will remember us when it's time to buy gift cards, that people tune into our Instagram to see different events that we're doing, like we're planning to launch a coffee club, and just connect with us. I feel like small family-owned type of businesses, female-owned businesses are kind of special, veteran-owned businesses are kind of special, and all of that. And I really feel like those small local businesses are really what make up the fabric of a community. I visit box stores like anyone else, but no one wants to live in a community that's just full of box stores and restaurants. But it does take a collaboration between like the business owner and the local customers to come in and be, a regular, make themselves a regular at the coffee shop and write a friend, do a review just to help us stay in business. Small business is really difficult, and coffee shops in particular are one of the least profitable businesses in the country. Restaurants usually fail within the first 5 years. We're just about to hit that 5-year milestone, and really just hoping that the community will partner with us and help us stay here, because I want to be here for the long term.
Yes, no, I love that. Well, thank you so much, Cecilia.
Thank you so much for having me. It was great to meet you.
You too.